G'day guys, Ballsy here again. We're at the National 4x4 and Outdoor and Fishing Show again, and we are with the guys from Skillion, and they have some pretty cool looking bikes, pretty trendy looking bikes, and these days electric bikes are a lot stronger, they have a lot better range, and they're a lot quicker, and depending on whether you go off-road or on-road, they've got different capabilities. So, appreciate you giving us a hand here, mate.
Yeah.
Run us through this off-road baby first, and then we'll have a look at the others.
Yep, okay, well this one we call the Ultra. This has Bafang's new motor in it, which is fully torque sensing.
Yep.
So that means the harder you press on the pedals, the faster you go. It also has a big battery, 22 amp hours, gives you 100 kilometers of range, and double shock suspension for the rear. So it's set up to go for long distance, off-road capabilities. This one's set to 750 watts, which is above the limits allowed on the road for a bicycle. Can be programmed up to even more than that. So really good off-road bike.
So that's like riding a dirt bike, pretty much.
You like riding a motorcycle, yeah.
Awesome. And so what's this screen up here? Tell us.
Well, that's basically all your controls. So we fire it up there. Nice colour display. You can turn from an eco mode, which is essentially 250 watts, into a sport mode, and then you can go through your pedal assist levels up to the maximum there, which is set to 750. You'll see the speed come around here, and you'll see the amount of power that's consumed coming up this side as well. There's a whole lot of menus and other functions inside there as well.
And so you were saying something earlier about off camera when we were talking about these, that if you're worried about you fork out some good money for a really cool product that, you know, it's designed to last. It's like buying a motorbike pretty much, but it's got the cool factor. Now, if you're worried about this getting stolen and you pull up at a cafe after your ride in the bush or something like that, whether it's this or one of the others, you've got something there to help you?
We do. We have a system which is 100% Australian designed and built. It's called Skillion Ride System, or SRS for short. The idea there is that, you pull up outside your cafe, you arm the system through your smartphone, go inside, someone disturbs the bike, you get a text message. You can then interrogate a camera to see if it's just the wind blowing or someone bumped it. Right. Or you can actually set off an alarm, disable the motor, or track the bike wherever it goes. It's 4G and GPS capable.
Awesome.
So we built that, and you can actually install that into the frames of these bikes, and we already have customers that are taking that.
Wow.
So we can see that could be useful in fleets as well. Yep. Where you may be at a resort. Yep. You can set the bikes out and they have a geofence boundary. You can't go any further than that.
And you don't have to use the lock as much if you pull up at a cafe and the bike's out the front, regardless of which one it is.
Yeah, that's right.
That's awesome. So tell us more about these other ones here that are more road bikes.
Yep, well this is our mainstay. We call this the Skillion Max, this bike. This has been set up with a super range battery. Now normally we'd get up to 60 kilometers of range with the main battery, but one of our customers wanted more range, so we put this 20 amp hour battery on the back, and that can give us potentially 130 kilometers of range.
Wow, that's massive.
So that comes out completely removed, so you don't have to have it there and carry the weight all the time, but if you want to go on those longer journeys, then that's what that's for.
That's basically the same range as a lot of petrol scooters.
Is that right?
Yeah, a lot of petrol scooters have got very small tanks because they look so trendy, and they don't have that sort of range. You know, they need to be refilled at that point.
Yes. So we have it set up with a throttle, and pedal assist, or it's a bicycle. So someone might ask me, what happens if I run out of battery? Well, then you can pedal home. You can't do that with a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's right. So it's like a traditional auto cycle from like the 1940s, but electric powered and way quicker and a lot better.
Yeah, that's exactly right, yeah.
Awesome.
Technology's come a long way, and battery technology's made all this possible.
Yep. I noticed you've got a bit more trendy one over here. Looks like it's a boulevard cruiser or cafe cruiser.
Yeah, exactly. We'd call that like a promenade cruiser style. It's got the this nice urban tread, a bit quieter and smoother. Yep. You know, it's stripped up with the brown leather, but also the blue trim. It is the same frame, the same motor, the same battery. Right. It's styled
differently. Yeah. One question I've got is, with the bigger tyres, does that allow you to go on the sand easily?
That's right, yeah. That's one of the big benefits of these, is their full terrain capability. So overseas they'll call them snow bikes. We might call them sand bikes. But anywhere and any surface they're quite capable. So to go on the sand, you let the pressure of these down to about 5 psi. Right. So up to 30 or down to 5. At 5 psi is a very big area.
Is it a tubeless tyre?
No,
or
it's not. It
is
has
it
a
tube
tube.
tyre?
Yeah,
Okay, that's even better for the sand. Question I've got here on the sand, if someone was to say, hey, I live in the beach, I live in the Gold Coast, I want to go on the beach all the time, take the surfboard down there, would you recommend they use the chain that's on this, or do you recommend they go for one of these new carbon chains?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Nick, because we have a product coming out next month,
Yep.
which changes the chain for a carbon belt drive. Now,
Right.
these carbon drives are virtually indestructible.
Yep.
They allow you to take the chain off and put the belt on. The sand immune, so you sort of hose the sand off.
Yep.
They don't rust, they don't need any maintenance, they last virtually a lifetime.
Right.
We do have to modify the frame,
Yep.
and we do have to have a separate gearbox.
Right.
Because unlike the derailleur where you can change the gears, the belt is fixed.
So it's
size.
does it go to an internal gear set?
Yeah.
Okay, and that'd suit the sand and things like that as well.
It's sealed as well.
That's right.
So that sits
awesome.
inside the hub there, and then you have a shifter on the handlebars.
It looks like you got some pretty trendy brakes. Are they hydros?
They're hydraulic.
Yep.
And one of the things that's happened with the industry in the last few years is, and these are a good brand of hydraulic brakes, which means you can basically stop the bike with one finger. And it's a bike that can go fairly quick and heavy, so you want to be able to stop it. But they have interlocks on them. This wasn't available a few years ago, but as soon as you hit the brakes, this signal goes down to the motor and cuts the motor. So you're not
awesome.
working the
yeah,
motor
you're not
against
pushing
the
one
brakes.
against the other.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
One other innovation we have on here is the shift sensor. So inside here, whenever you're changing gears, again another signal goes to the motor, cuts the motor for half a second, so that you can be pedaling and then you can change gears at the same time.
Awesome. Awesome. Man, that sounds pretty cool. My taste and flavour is probably more the off-road side of things,
Yeah.
but I can see that a lot of people are going to want the boulevard cruiser, or they want something that's got a lot more battery power so they can use it like a scooter around town.
Yeah.
I can see that's easily something that people want to look at. Appreciate your time, man.
Nick, it's a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As we said the last time, guys, tag and comment below, share it with your mates, and if you want to see more of these or you've got more questions, please ask. All these questions that we have for suppliers like this really help each other learn, and your requests also help the suppliers keep developing their product for what the industry and what the actual end user wants. See you next time, guys. Thank you very much.